Hi, this is Matt Marchant, and I would like to talk about what I believe are the myths to anger. Now, I'm going to talk about 5 things. There could be a whole long list of things that might be a myth to what anger is, but here's what I've come up with. Number 1 is the myth that anger is bad. Well, my question is this. If anger is an emotion, how can emotion be good or bad? Would we rate other emotions the same way? Would we say, well, it's either good or bad to be sad, it's good or bad to be happy? So I believe that whenever we label anger as bad, it's a myth, because that's not true to what anger is. I think all emotions have, whether you'd like to call it a positive or negative, or a light or shadow side to them. Second myth would be some people just don't get angry or mad. I don't believe this either. I think that everybody has some sort of situation or time that they will become angry or mad. And if you look to a lot of even religious figures, whether past religious figures or even current religious figures like the Dalai Lama himself, many of these religious figures have either said themselves or in writings about them, you see them getting angry. So I just don't think it's, I don't think we are able as humans to not get angry or mad at some time. So I believe that to be a myth. Next one. Being angry means that you yell and scream. I believe this to be a myth because I view anger on a spectrum of 2 different types of behavior. There is an active form of anger, and then there's a more passive form, and there's a lot of things in between. So a very active or aggressive form of behavior, that could be rage, or passive would be like a passive-aggressive type of anger. So I don't think it's true that to be angry, there has to be some overt yelling or screaming. I think that is also a myth. Next one. This is a good one. Others can make us angry. I really believe that this is a myth. If we are to accept that others can make us angry, my question would be this: what else can others get us to do? I mean, if I could get you to be angry at me, why wouldn't I get you to give me 20 bucks or do something else for me, right? So for someone else to make us angry, I believe is a myth. We are always in control of, or should be at least, in control of our feelings and emotions, and we ultimately take responsibility for them. I believe it's a big myth that others can make us angry. And last one, the last myth I believe is that if I either express or repress my anger, it is automatically going to go away. Well, obviously with repressing anger, I think a lot of people would agree that doesn't work so well, although some do think that that is a way to deal with anger, is just don't admit that you have it, or deny it. The other one, expression. I think, I know from personal experience, there is a big difference between expressing anger and processing anger. So I think when we say, well, if I express this anger, it's going to go away, I think if we express the anger, yes, it might be alleviated temporarily, but my question is this: how often and how many more times are you going to have to express that anger over and over to get it out? Whereas if we processed it thoroughly, we might have a better grip on our anger and also come to a better understanding of what it is. So those are some myths that I've come up with. I'm curious to see what you think, or even what some other myths that you might see anger as having. Thanks for watching.